these werewolves standing up to the vampires. I wanted to see them, kind of taking them down a peg. Not going to the back of the bus when they asked to go,
You want to see the Rosewood of vampire versus a werewolf movies.
And then the last movie, I want to see, the Martin Luther King of werewolves getting out there, giving a talk in front of the Lincoln Memorial, bringing werewolves and vampires together. To me, that's the whole thing about it, though. It was like seeing like the upper class getting brought down a peg, and now they're doing this futuristic thing, and it's like
this might be when they have to work together.
Looking at this, they still fighting.
I know.
I'm like,
it still looks like the same movie, which is my only gripe about the trailer. Which, once again, the only thing is I want to be positive, because you look at something like that, and I'm still hoping that I'm going to get that movie that I was promised with that very first movie.
Right.
This shit shouldn't even be called Underworld anymore. It's like everybody knows about it. What's so under about it? It's right there on the surface. Let's have the fucking war that we've been wanting. Let's see that Clone Wars. That's what I want to see. Let's see this vampire lycanthrope war out on the streets, all out in same battle. What do you got to lose? You're spending your money on all this other dumb shit. Just go all out. Make one last movie and make it something that I can go, I can finally go tell my friend, you need to fucking see that movie, man. You really do. It just gets so, these movies get so steep in their story, as far as like the dramatic angles with all these characters, and that's the problem. Like they throw in too much story where it becomes too soap opera, and it becomes so much of that because they're really trying to build a mythology with this series. And for me, it's like they keep failing, but they keep trying.
Well, like I was saying, if they just kind of kept going along that story, I'll be more appealed by. I find this trailer more appealing, but they. Again,
they dropped that.
It's
story.
trying to mimic like what I've seen the angle going with the Resident Evil movies. It's, I guess the evil corporation is revealed to the rest of the world, and now Alice has to fight that. And here we got the werewolves and vampires revealed to the rest of the world. We got Kate Beckinsale out here doing her thing, and I feel like the next movie is going to be called Underworld Apocalypse, like Resident Evil Apocalypse was. Yeah. It's going to be some sort of apocalyptic scene where it's like, why you didn't have to go that far with this? You had a good story right there.
I'm sure they're like, hey, don't tell us what to do with our story. We know what we're doing.
And
obviously
again, and I was like, either fight or join forces and go against the humans. Because here I'm like, they are fighting each other, and I'm just like, ain't y'all learned nothing from humans? Black and white people can't get together. Werewolves. And if y'all would just work together, werewolves and vampires, you would have Overworld, because you would rule everything.
You never read the story of the Starbelly Sneetches?
What the shit?
There's always going to be something to fight about.
No, I've never read that story. But no. I'm not even going to remember that.
Really, from Dr. Seuss, you never remember that?
Oh, no, I read real books.
Oh, he's talking about the Lorax, which is a form of werewolf. Man. I'm judging everything like we always do by the trailer.
Right.
I just saw in the third movie where the first two movies I was disappointed. I saw something promising. I saw an uprising. Yeah, an uprising. Michael Sheen, who he was unrecognizable to me in this movie. I knew that he was in this movie only after seeing Frost Nixon. I had to go back and think, like, that guy was the hairy werewolf guy from the Underworld movies.
Because he's been in he was in all three of them, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yeah, he was in all three of them.
Yeah, well, he's also the head of the Volturi in Twilight. So don't get too excited.
And he was
that is true, man.
And he played Liberace in Tron.
That's right.
So it's like somebody that you have to watch, and you're watching like, oh man,
I know.
I'm watching, but damn it, not now.
I forgot that
he was so promising.
Wow, this guy has been in like so many roles where he has like gay haircuts, gay hairstyles.
I wish my brother George was here.
Yeah, man. But I like that guy, Michael Sheen. I think he was the one that, as his character rose in these movies, I think that's another thing that made me like it, because he's such a good actor. I don't see him anywhere in this film.
No, not at all. Because it seems like that last film should have been its own vehicle in a way, even though they kind of, I think at some point they fumbled the ball and they realized, well, people really see these movies because of that chick that gets dressed up in these like leather outfits, and you know what? let's remind them, and that's what they did. They at the last movie, I can't even remember, but I know at the very end they inserted her. It went to the future again, where it's like to be continued.
To be continued. Yeah, and that's what they're doing here. I just feel like with this, they're taking the trailer gives me an impression that they're taking the shallow way out of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, like we mentioned, it's not only that it's pulling a lot of it looks like it's just ripping off a lot of trendy films today.
Look like
it really does. Yeah.
But it just seems shallow in that it's even they don't have enough substance to focus on that. You do have to focus on her sex appeal, where in the movies it wasn't that much. I mean, damn, they gave her the shiniest, tightest black outfit in this, and you're right. They have a scene, it looks like, where she crawls through an air vent just so the cameraman can be all up on her ass. I mean, I'm surprised you don't see the cameraman in the shot and her kick him in the face. You get the fuck off me.
I'm thinking it was her gynecologist who filmed that. he figured I could just do the exam and film the scene at the same time.
He's like, wait, I'm not done with your exam yet. Will you slow down, please? Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. Is that a werewolf? Oh, my God. But you know, it's called Awakening, so I hope they keep my ass awake, because like the first two movies, they were so drawn out with the whole soap opera that, I mean, I had a buddy that was pissed. He was pissed the fuck off because he passed out in the middle of that first movie because he was so pumped. And we were all like, it was like a big fucking disappointment for us all, which I'm honestly, I'm like looking at this trailer going, wow, how did this film series is like a cockroach. It keeps surviving. I mean, as many people I've never heard anyone say any good things about the first or second film. So I'm just like, I don't know how these movies keep getting made, but hopefully somebody will make it right one of these days.
You know what's sad is that, okay, I saw the first two and then never saw the third one. So for me, it's been a long gap. It's been so long since I've seen an Underworld movie that I kind of, my memory kind of glossed over a lot of it, and just seeing that trailer, I was like, "Hey, this looks like it could be fun. I'm looking forward to it."
Well,
until you, co-host, had to bring me back down to earth and remind me that, like, I was bored and disappointed with those first two movies.
Yeah, I wish you could have seen the third one, because, like I said, the third one is probably better seen on TV. It's fun because it's like watching.
It was fun.
It's like watching a video game. That's why I enjoy it.
It's funny because even with this, the very first opening scene, I thought video game. Because I've been playing Arkham City lately, so a lot of stuff I see is making me go, "Oh, I'm back in the game."
But not as good. I mean, let's not forget, this is going to be in 3D. And when I see the whole 3D thing, and I see what they're throwing at the screen, which is a goddamn frisbee golf doing shit, like some frisbee little disc coming towards the screen, I'm like, really, guys? I mean, didn't you guys learn from the last Resident Evil where you guys were throwing butter knives at the screen? I'm like, I'm going to be paying $13. I want to see some epicness, not some goddamn butter knives and some darts getting thrown my way.
Yeah. No, and that's the other thing, is like they show you in here. I mean, this does like a video game, because they show you like some of the fights out in the street.
Yeah.
Some of your cool combo moves, and then they even say, and they created one of the biggest lichens we've ever seen. It's like, oh, boss battle.
That's all.
This is the end of the movie right here.
There's that dude from Resident Evil. Yeah, I fought him.
Cutscene, the movie.
And then when they took and that's the other thing, they bring it back to a whole other story here. They got this little girl who's some secret to the vampire surviving. So
this again?
Yeah,
didn't we just see this a few months ago?
Yeah. What did we see that in?
Twilight.
Once again, sorry,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Once again, we got a baby that's half and half. What do we do? It has to be killed. It's going to destroy the world. Like, oh no.
Give birth to it and fuck it later.
I know. Got the mulatto of the supernatural world. Like, we don't need to see that. Take me back. Unless the movie is just, they bring it all together in some really way that I don't see from this trailer. It looks like they should have just brought it back to what was really working, instead of just trying to push it and say, let's just, at this point, forget the story, whatever we had, let's just cash in on shit out there, because that's what these boys, only 13 and 14-year-old boys are digging on this shit, and we just got to give them sex appeal, killing some monsters and a bunch of explosions, and it has to be set in the modern world because they love guns.
That's true. Well, I'm like, you know what? Just fucking reboot the goddamn goddamn thing. Who cares? Who cares? You're rebooting everything else.
They are with this one.
Spider-Man got a goddamn reboot, and Underworld can. Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale cares. She's like, hey, you shut up. This is my livelihood.
Is it me, or does she sound like the goddamn the Queen of England now, like the old Queen of England? Because hearing her voice, I was like, that sounds like Meryl Streep doing like her British accent or something. She sounds like, her voice at least sounds old. It doesn't sound like the Kate Beckinsale, because I kept going, who's this narrating? And then I realized it was her, and I was like,
well,
damn.
yeah, I'm sure her character's about 900, so.
I guess that would make sense.
Like she stays fine, but the older she gets, she starts just sounding like this. Oh, dearie, will you bring me my sword? Let me slay some werewolves.
Eat some fresh pantaloons.
No, I will not have sex with you. But yeah, man. So we'll see what this is like. I mean, this is coming out on the 20th of January?
Yeah, it's real soon.
Yeah, the 20th of January. We'll find out if this is going to be good or bad. We're not passing judgment on the film, just on the.
No, we are talking strictly about the trailer. Calm down,
I know some people will come on here.
Calm down.
You guys, you don't even know. Give things a chance.
I know. Yeah, people get on there and they start fighting us. People, let's get along, okay? Let's not be like these werewolves and vampires.
Exactly.
I long for the day when I can see little vampire boys and little werewolf girls hold hands and paws and say, free at last, free at last. All right, I got it.